Sound design is all about taking a simple sound and make it complex. Wave shaping and modulating a sine wave is taking that concept to an extreme. So today we will transform simple sine waves into crazy stuff. Let's go! Speaking of sines, I just launched a preset pack for sines. It's currently half price, so go on and get it. To celebrate that, today we will use that synth, but also we will use it because it's built around the idea of wave shaping and modifying sine waves. So as I said, a sine wave is the simplest sound. That means that it's only one frequency. But if we use the sine wave to modulate its own frequency, we can transform it into a sawtooth wave. This is called feedback. To do this, we need just a little bit of feedback, otherwise we will get white noise. That's why on sines you have a feedback knob. You can use it for further sound design, mixed it with other parameters, and even automating the feedback knob so you get like a filtering effect without using a filter. Now let's see how we can get a square wave. Clipping saturation occurs when a sound reaches a ceiling, being hard or soft, and the amplitude cannot keep growing. But if we continue feeding more gain, the curves of the wave start getting steeper. And in sines we have the drive knob, which in this case is soft clipping. That's why the result is a little curved. So to add even more and get hard clipping, we need to also expand the shape. This behavior on sound explains how saturation works, because the waves start changing and because of that it starts adding overtones. Now we can combine this and the feedback to create even weirder shapes and sounds. But let's go to something more complex and really useful. Frequency modulation have strange results, and it's more difficult to program. So when FM was invented, they didn't actually modulate the frequency, they modulated the phase, because that recreates the behavior of a wave getting slower and faster. Sines lets you use any oscillator as a modulation source, so if we use oscillator 2 to modulate the phase of oscillator 1, we have FM. So of course, to get different sounds, the idea is to use other modulators to change the shape of the sine wave. So we saw that wave shaping causes harmonics. But what is a harmonic specifically? Any sound that's not a sine wave has harmonics that are produced naturally, giving you the timbre. And in sound on its purest form, the harmonics are formed by multiplying the pitch of the fundamental. That means that you have, well, the fundamental, then you multiply it by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, and so on and so on. This will let you create sounds with different sine waves that are related to each other thanks to what it's called a ratio. When applied to FM, it adds different timbres and different behaviors. Or you can combine these 4 oscillators, put different ratios on it, and you may get an organy sound or something similar. And finally, let's go to something that only sines offer you. As I said, you can choose oscillators as modulators, so you can add audio rate modulation to any parameter you want. You can go beyond using sine waves and, for example, use oscillator 2 to modulate oscillator 1, but also modulate its shapes so the sound starts changing. But you can explore even more sound possibilities like amplitude modulation, ring modulation, even something that I didn't know I needed, like drive modulation, shape modulation, feedback modulation, and even on the effects. With sine waves, you can get the most complex results that goes from the prettiest tones to more experimental and heavy stuff. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel and give it a like, consider buying my Nebula preset pack, and in the description you can check different ways to support my content. Thank you for watching, I will see you next time, bye bye!